Good everyone, welcome to this video, and today it's a Scumbag alert. We haven't had one of these in a while. And today it's on a guy named Wintersheimer, I think it is, something like that. I know it was something. I guess he's a Game of Thrones fan. And this one was sent in by James Pro 3, and he was out in his JU-288C. Oh, frickin' boy. If there's one thing that makes me hate fighting on the German teams, it's these bastards. I swear, these things can do pretty much anything you ask of it. Want to play fighter? Go ahead. Want to play bomber interceptor? Go ahead. Want to play bomber? Go ahead. Want to go as a ground attacker? Go ahead. It pretty much does anything you ask of it. Obviously, since I do not own this aircraft, I've obviously just gone into the hangar and just previewed it, because obviously I don't own it. And I don't plan to. So obviously, this battle took place on, I believe it was the advance to the Rhine map. So similar, well, basically the advance to the Rhine map that tank forces use. And James was out his 288. I'm not sure what he was doing in it because, well, he plays this thing a lot, like he does his other premiums. Not gonna roast him. I could do that any other day, a bit like his dead channel. But there's a little friendly dig for you. And obviously, James wanted to target the left-hand base. However, this individual did not do so. Now, this is my first encounter with this squadron, so I'm not going to berate them, I'm not going to insult them. I'm just going to say that the guy who's responsible for this team kill is a dickhead. Like I say, James has tried to get in contact with the squadron commander. If the squadron commander does happen to watch this video, hey up, mate. I'm not going to berate your squadron. Like I say, it's my first encounter with you guys, and well, as I always say, not a good first impression if the guy team kills, but I'm sure the rest of you lot are not. I wasn't far off. Winter Helmer. I wasn't far off. Like I say, I don't want to insult a squadron and then everyone starts like a flame war and stuff like that, because there's no point. Like, there's no point, because, well, at the end of the day, it's my first encounter with these lot, and well, if James does manage to contact the squadron commander, and if he's here, yeah, let's just say that. So obviously he spawns in. He's got two 1800 kilogram Satan bombs on board, as far as I'm aware, because well, pretty much every 288 player uses them. James has marked the left-hand base and is heading towards that target. Obviously, James puts in chat left base. There is a 177 and another 288, as well as Wintersheimer and James. Obviously, James starts going into the left-hand base. It's at this point where Wintersheimer blows James' plane to bits, blows off his wingtip, sets his central fuel tank on fire, pretty much smashes both engines to bits, and he did that for no reason. He puts in chat, rules of nature. No, that's just rules of you being a dick for no apparent reason. James' aircraft is completely fucked at this point. There is nothing he can do. Even though James is trying to fight back, there's not a lot he can do. We don't know why this attack took place, why this deliberate team kill happened. James very appropriately puts in chat, dickhead. I'd have said a lot more, but that's just me. And James at this point is trying to control his aircraft and get it back on the ground. However, he's not going to be able to. I'm not sure if Wintersheimer was squadded up in this battle, but even so, it's at this point that James cannot control this aircraft very well. As you can tell, he's losing altitude and everything. He's not... Obviously, he's got no control. He's struggling to control the aircraft. He's at this point dumping his bombs, which I was honestly worried that he was going to drop his bombs on an allied base or a allied ground target, which is why whenever I drop my bombs, I always make sure that doesn't happen, because, well, you can actually get kicked for that. And I believe banned as well for team killing and stuff like that. So obviously James is trying to control the aircraft, but at this point, the aircraft's left wing is so much shot up. The left engine, obviously, the JU-288, I believe, has the same engines as the HE-177. And so this means that it essentially has two V12 engines welded together, and well, that's how you get the 288's engines and the 177's engines. Obviously, even though James is trying to fight the controls, I think he's got his flaps down. I'm not entirely sure. I don't know if the replay's showing it, but he is losing airspeed, he's losing altitude, and the left wing is just creating so much drag. James putting in chat, please report him, he tried to team kill me. Well, he's pretty much done that. James just didn't know it yet. Now, Karma does strike Wintersheimer in this battle. He does get killed after bombing just one base and not really doing much else, but it's at this point James' aircraft loses all airspeed and banks into a uncontrollable left-hand spiral, and that's the end of James 288. Yeah, that's not exactly what I would call a very nice reception from Wintersheimer, now would I? So let's take a look at the guy and let's have a look. So he's level 68. He's got quite a few battles under his belt in RB. I mean, his tank stats are pretty good. I mean, I'm not going to berate the guy. He's got good stats. I've got to say that. Again, in his aircraft, he's a pretty good pilot. But why was this attack done in the first place? I mean, he's played the 288 quite a bit of times. He's obviously had quite good matches in it. But why did this attack happen? Is what I want to know. So, like I say, if I can't remember the main commander's name, Husk. I'm not sure how you would say that name. If you do happen to watch this video, buddy, please do leave a comment and everything. I'll be more than happy to discuss it with you. Like I say, I'm not going to berate your squadron because it's the first time I've met you guys, so please do not attack the squadron in the comment section. And from what I've looked at, Wintersheimer is a relatively new member. And well, let's just say I hope Husk or Husk, I'm not sure how you say it because that seems a German name. I hope he understands that this cannot happen and everything. But anyway, I'm gonna let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed today's little bonus video on this scumbag. Obviously, like I said, please do not attack the squadron. It is not their responsibility, or it is not their fault that Wintersheimer did this. It is Wintersheimer himself. However, obviously, we'll have to reevaluate once the squadron gets in contact with either me or James. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys off. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all on the next one.